Jefferson Gramm, Dear Chairman, Boardroom Battles and the Rise of Shareholder Activism. Get ready to dive into the thrilling world of shareholder activism through the book, Dear Chairman, Boardroom Battles and the Rise of Shareholder Activism, by hedge fund manager and professor, Jeff Gramm. This fascinating summary not only shares gripping boardroom battle stories but also sheds light on significant landmarks in the evolution of shareholders' rights. Through innovative use of letters written by aggrieved investors to company executives, Gramm highlights the strategies, successes, and at times, unintended consequences of their engagements. You will embark on an insightful journey encompassing professional investor Benjamin Graham, Proxyteers from the 1950s, the deal decade of the 1980s, and more. All the while, examining the ever-changing landscape of shareholder activism and its impact on established corporations.
Shareholders Activism. Jeff Gramm's Dear Chairman recounts corporate battles through powerful investors' letters, highlighting how activists brought about desired changes but sometimes with unintended consequences. The book provides key history lessons on shareholders' rights evolution and offers lucid observations on investors and corporations. Esteemed publications like The Wall Street Journal and The New Yorker have lauded the book as an engaging and informative read on the great agency problem battles in American business history. Gramm's innovative approach of using investors' letters makes for a compelling and unique read that sheds light on the power of shareholders' activism. Investing Pioneers. The book introduces Benjamin Graham, a renowned investor who discovered in 1926 that Northern Pipeline Company withheld millions from shareholders. Graham suggested a restorative payment to shareholders, but the management refused. He bought enough shares to win 2 board seats in an unprecedented victory for shareholders. The book highlights Graham's contribution to the hedge fund and reveals his investment strategies and tactics. It emphasizes the importance of valuing companies more than their operating businesses and the need to prioritize shareholder value. This summary highlights the significance of investing pioneers like Benjamin Graham in shaping modern investment practices. Proxyteers, Corporate Saboteurs. In Proxyteers, Gramm exposes how raiders in the 1950s targeted underperforming corporations such as 20th Century Fox and Montgomery Ward. By taking on proxy votes, Proxyteer Robert Young was able to lead the successful takeover of the New York Central Railroad. Despite the company doubling in value, Young eventually took his own life, leaving behind a vast fortune. Graham's book serves as an eye-opener about the cutthroat world of corporate raiders and the high stakes involved in such power plays. The Scam That Changed Warren Buffett's Investment Strategy. Graham's book reveals a 1960 scam at Allied Crude Vegetable Oil Refining Corporation, which caused American Express's value to drop by 50%. Shareholder activism was rare in the early 20th century because ownership at public companies was concentrated into very few hands. Warren Buffett invested heavily in American Express and praised CEO Howard Clark in a 1964 letter. The scandal changed Buffett's investment strategy, leading him to buy companies rather than stock. The Deal Decade. In the 1980s, the world witnessed an unprecedented number of mergers and acquisitions, earning the decade its moniker as the Deal Decade. This was made possible by the increasing popularity of junk bonds, which provided enormous liquidity for the financial market. However, the infamous case of Michael Milken, the junk bond prodigy, showed that success comes with a dark side, as Milken was eventually incarcerated. Karla Icahn, backed by Milken's $1.5 billion, took over Phillips Petroleum and became immensely wealthy. This illustrates the dichotomy between the virtues and vices of the deal-making frenzy that characterized the 80s. Ross Perot's Golden Parachute. In The Secret Life of Debt, David Graeber and his colleagues detail Ross Perot's remarkable ascent to become the biggest shareholder of General Motors. He launched critical missives to GM CEO, in question to the company's practices. GM then offered to buy him out for $700 million, much to the surprise of pension funds that had invested in the stock. Gramm argues Perot's golden parachute transformed the mindset of institutional shareholders towards activism. The incredible saga of Karla Scherer. Gramm's book offers an enthralling story of Karla Scherer, who faced multiple hurdles as the largest shareholder of the company her father founded. Despite being the CEO's wife and board member, Scherer was ignored by management, preventing her from stopping profit investments in external ventures. The author brilliantly portrays the ensuing family drama as Scherer divorces her husband, rallies board allies, and ultimately sells the company for a whopping $480 million. Gramm's outstanding storytelling creates suspenseful scenes and dysfunctional relationships, culminating in a fascinating read. The Rise and Fall of BKF Capital Group. In 2003, BKF Capital Group had $13 billion in assets, but was valued at less than $150 million due to earnings going to employees instead of shareholders. In 2004, Steel Partners launched a proxy fight for board restructuring, which resulted in board defections and a 90% stock drop. By 2006, BKF had neither a functioning business nor assets. Boardroom Battles Unveiled. Gramm's insightful book of letters to boards of directors depicts the struggles in shareholder rights and market movement. The author's historical analysis offers a fresh perspective on each battle, highlighting its significance in its era. Although not interested in identifying heroes or villains, Gramm captivates readers with the never-predictable human aspects of the almost unimaginable sums involved in these disputes. Market historians, professional investors, business students and professors will find this book engaging, while lay people will revel in the determination, greed, subterfuge and sheer willpower of the combatants. Readers interested in similar books may also enjoy Barbarians in the Boardroom by Owen Walker, Dead Companies Walking by Scott Farron and Boards That Lead by Ram Charan.
As we conclude our journey through Dear Chairman, we get a coherent understanding of the fascinating landscape of shareholder activism and how it has evolved over the years. From the pioneering efforts of Benjamin Graham to the transformative impact of influential investors such as Warren Buffett, Carl Icahn, and Ross Perot, the book sheds light on the driving forces behind activism. We see how these encounters affected the growth of shareholder rights and influenced corporate decisions, touching upon themes of conflict, power dynamics, and family struggles in business. In the end, the captivating tales and Graham's deep insights into the history of shareholder activism leave us not only entertained, but better informed about the intricacies and complexities of the corporate world.